Hello, and thank you for being with me again. Today I have something a little different for you, in that I was recently looking over some papers and found a newsletter that I sent to my parishioners in September of 1991, so 34 years ago, and I thought it's interesting to see what I was saying at that time. The piece that I sent them was based roughly on from the Book of Wisdom, chapter 2, and verses 12 to 20. And I'll read you some of it, but not all of it, because it is a bit long. Let us lie in wait for the virtuous man, since he annoys us and opposes our way of life. He claims to have knowledge of God. His way of life is not like other men's. The paths he treads are unfamiliar. He proclaims the final end of the virtuous as happy, and boasts of having God for his Father. Let us see if what he says is true. Let us test him, and thus explore this gentleness of his, and put his endurance to the test. And so the piece I wrote to them was entitled, How Deep Does Your Faith Go? It is a strange phenomenon that so often, when we try to live the type of life that Christ came to encourage us to live, the very type of test is made of us by those around us, as described in this passage. Indeed, it is this very thing that so often holds us back from giving ourselves more fully to Christ. We are almost shy, or sometimes very shy, to admit that we are trying to live a Christian life in case people ask too many questions or think we've gone soft. We don't like questions about our faith. We steer clear of people thinking we are relying on God to look after us. The thing is that instead of feeling that we have to be on the defensive, when it comes to these questions and attacks as we often perceive them to be, if we can recognize them for what they are, we can handle them a lot better. Deep down in every human being, there is a longing for good, a longing to be with God and to live life his way. As St. Augustine said, our hearts are restless, O Lord, and they find no rest until they rest in you. Every person, no matter how strongly they may deny it, is looking for the peace, joy, and love in life that Christ came to bring us. It's the way we were created. The trouble is that it's often very difficult for people to know where this thing they're looking for can be found. So when they find a person who seems to have something, they test him to find out if this is what they have been looking for. If they find that the thing that this person believes carries them all the way, they will try it for themselves. But if they find that as soon as that person is tested on what they believe, they drop their belief or act contrary to what they claim to believe, they discount what that person has as being phony and look elsewhere. If, however, they find that this person is able to withstand the test they set and still stick to what they believe, they begin to search it for themselves to see if this is where the truth is. How do people find your faith when they try you out? Do you believe that in Christ you have found the way, the truth, and the light? If you believe this, if you believe that Christ is the Messiah, are you prepared to stand by what you believe in the face of trials? If not, don't you think you're not only letting yourself down, but also keeping others from finding the truth through you? If you have the truth, are you doing your family and friends a favor by acting as though you have no idea where all the things they are searching for are to be found? Are you prepared to take the first step in helping those around you to find the peace which only Christ can give, thereby perhaps giving them a chance at the greatest happiness they can ever know? Or will you leave them as they are, also afraid to make the first move? Will you leave those around you to search elsewhere when you know they cannot find what they're looking for? When people try you, they are crying out for you to show them that what you have is real. It is a great opportunity to give them something in their lives. Give it to them. Often parents will approach me and say how upset they are because their teenager has decided not to come to Mass with them anymore. I usually tell them not to worry, as this is a very important stage in the young person's growth. After this step, the next time they come to Mass, they will be coming because they want to, not because Dad and Mom say it's a good idea. This is an essential part of our lives with Christ, that we make our own decision about our lives with Him. But this is the time that they need their parents to stick strongly to what they believe. Young people have to sort out for themselves what they're going to believe in their lives, so they test their parents' belief. If the parents give up their beliefs as soon as this test is made, the young person immediately and understandably decides that their belief can't be worth very much. If they show that their beliefs remain the same despite the testing, although the young person may search around, they at least know that their parents have a creed in life that they stick by, and most often they too will return to that belief. See that your faith is well grounded. Found it on Christ and work at building up your relationship with Him so that your faith may stand up to any test. In this way, you will be able to do far more for those around you than if you spend the rest of your life doing anything else for them. Be their way to Christ. Love them with the love of Christ. And when they test you, pray very hard for yourself that you may not fail them in their search, and for them that they may come to know Christ and find fulfillment in life. If you do this, you will not only be helping them, you will be growing into deeper and deeper relationship with Christ and grow to experience His love more and more in your own life. Remember, they are only testing your faith because they are seeking it for themselves. How can you begin to be this instrument in the lives of your loved ones? Mother Teresa says, if you pray, you will believe. If you believe, you will love. If you love, you will serve. And the fruit of service is peace. Peace be with you, and God bless you. Thank you.